into global comics. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Hey everyone, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs from me are Phil and Tad. What's up, fellas?
We are this morning
We are up. Yeah, where are we?
Yeah, I
ingesting
did. I
coffee.
did manage to get up. I didn't get home that late
Yeah,
last
yeah.
night. I got home at like 10:30, so it wasn't bad. But I still had Lazarus to read, so I am very pleased that I managed to, between the amount of reading I did before passing out last night, which was like 5 pages, and getting up early enough this morning, I finished up the last two issues of Lazarus that I needed to read, and I don't feel like I failed at my job. So I mean that was
Nice.
You
a
know, I
good thing.
I just want to say I feel like you need to do a lot to achieve that fail state, Tad. Like I'm saying you're doing pretty good. Not, even if you hadn't made those two issues, I'd still pass you.
I mean, I thank you. I thank you. I feel
Yeah,
like
I
I feel
mean,
like I book the cool people. Speaking of which, I'm just remembering that I didn't send out the invite to Kieran, so I'm going to
Ooh.
do that now before I forget.
That would be great.
Um,
I mean, there is some time. That's one
and
of
and I
those.
think it's hilarious that the date that he picked is a die date.
I know it's gonna be very interesting. I had to hold back the suggestion. Well, if you just send him the die meeting room, he'll pop in, and then we can trick him into saying something for the game. But that seems rude on a level.
I
And
mean,
asking is too much. So
I'd ask
you
him.
know,
you'd
I
ask him.
I I could probably ask him.
Oh,
I
you're
would
killing
definitely
me.
say, I would say, hey, listen, we've got this game going on. We'd love
I
a
think he
sound
knows
bite.
about it already.
I
So
I
just
have
tell,
I have yeah I've posted it in the die Discord.
Yeah.
yeah. So just tell them,
Well,
hey, we'd
but
love a
but but
soundbite for
but
our
also
game.
I told Chrissy about it.
Oh, there we go. Okay, okay.
So like he may have gotten it from inside the house, not having to like see it on the die Discord and then connect the dots.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
All right.
he's got to be aware of it, guys. So
You
that's
know,
cool though.
I'm just I you know
Though,
I'm
I
just
mean, as I said, Chrissy was slow enough on introducing us that we'd
Mhm.
managed to
Do it
schedule
on your
before
own.
she did it.
Yeah.
There we go.
And like before anybody thinks I'm being mean, she wasn't at all slow in introducing us. It just wound up being one of those crazy timing.
It was a timing issue.
Funny, funny.
Oh,
Oh,
turns out
so
the
So,
temporal
Ted,
distortions are extending. Sorry, Tyler.
oh, I was just gonna say, like, as far as guests go, to our listeners out there, Tad has a mystery guest that Phil and I
I
are on
do.
pins and
I do.
needles, waiting to
Yeah.
hear who it is.
Yeah, the mystery guest was up on a deadline, so we pushed back from Wednesday, and I get to
Yeah.
taunt Phil and Tyler for it. Mark Russell knows the mystery guest,
Okay. So I have to add
so
Okay.
that.
you could go bug him.
I have to add that to
Mark
my
Marshall knows who it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
good old
Okay.
conspiracy board. I'm tracking down as many clues as I can.
Well, I don't know if he knows the mystery guest personally. I
But
know
he
that I
knows who.
told him who the
Oh,
mystery
okay.
guest is
Yes.
because I was talking about
Okay.
sharing, we were
Yeah.
talking
He
about
knows.
how close how weirdly close the community can be and
Yes.
how that still never gets old,
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
That's
true.
you
that's
know.
one of those comforting things about comics to me. I feel like,
That
we're
it's
a
that
disparate
it's
tribe.
like um I mean, I haven't said flat out to him. I'm like, it's still weird for me that like here I am and Mark Russell is sitting in my car.
Yeah.
So is that
Yep.
is that the coolest person who's ever been in your car?
No, Dennis Kitchen's been in my car.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's some, I haven't
Um,
anyone nearly as cool in my car, for sure.
Chris Condon's been in my car.
There we go. You know, that's a good.
Hey, speaking of Chris Condon, I don't know if it was this week or last week. Did you guys like his Ultimate Wolverine?
Oh yeah.
It was amazing. I
I
got it right
I've
here.
Oh
I've
yeah.
I've been hearing plenty of great things from you guys,
God, it
but
was
I
so
Co-
freaking good.
Condon continues to kill it in all ways.
Yeah. Cool guys.
Uh,
Well, let's get rolling a little bit. What's going on with Diamond?
uh,
Do you like that segue? What's going on with Diamond, guys?
and I kind of feel like this is a another one of those did I get the times right?
This could be a weekly segment. Let's check in and what's going on with Diamond.
It's gonna
I
be
mean,
like
it almost was for a little while.
a literal
Yeah.
fire sale.
But what's going on right now is apparently they think it's okay to keep their consignment stuff and sell it to pay their debts and not to pay the consignment.
Not to pay the consignee. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Hmm.
Which can hurt publishers in two ways. The first is obviously they don't get paid for the stuff that they published.
Yep.
But like the second is the market is now flooded with their stuff that just got liquidated.
Yep.
So even if I mean, for the publishers, even if they wind up at losing in court, and a number of them are in court to um protest this, but if they wind up losing in court, they may be in a position where, as much as it sucks, their best option is to buy their own stuff back at liquidation prices because it's cheaper than reprinting it and it prevents it from hitting the market at discount prices that makes it so that nobody wants to buy from them
Mm-hmm.
at all. And like I was reading the I feel like it's unlikely that Diamond's lawyers are of the quality and temperament that would have written their brief on this.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, their top creditor is Chase. So I feel like Chase's lawyers are in there to go, nope, we get our money first, even though we gave it last.
Oh, that's a very bank thing to do.
Um, on top of this, it came out that their Olive Branch warehouse that they did all sorts of expensive upgrades on and was considered one of the biggest assets in their sale. They're actually leasing. Um, though they're leasing from like a wealth management firm, so I wonder if there's more to it than that. Um, I didn't have time to dig at the level that I might, and we'll see if Heidi does because Heidi seems to be trying. Heidi is definitely Heidi McDonald at the Beat, and anybody who doesn't read it should definitely read the Eisner Award winning journalism at the Beat. I've really appreciated the way that Heidi with all of this diamond stuff has had zero interest in being first and a lot of interest in being as accurate and in depth as possible.
And that's
Yeah.
what I love about the beat.
Right. Though, I mean, this is where we go. I think it was a letters page here where Greg was talking about um the number of times where even semi-accurate reporting that doesn't have anything that's truly wrong, but also because of the lack of context, the lack of whatever is completely misleading.
Right.
And I know that Heidi's bumped into that a couple of times. There have been a couple of times where like I've had friends that were frustrated with her for things that were said at the Beat, and I'm like, yeah, no, see, but even from talking to you, I don't think she was technically wrong.
Right.
You're just from a different angle. And
Absolutely, yeah.
um, so yeah. Journalism in general is actually not easy, believe it or not. Um, it
And
was a
takes
great,
time. It,
yeah, and
it's
it takes
it's
time.
it's very easy to get it wrong if you're focusing on speed over accuracy.
Right. If the scoop matters more than the story,
Hmm.
if the splash matters more than the depth, you can run into all sorts of issues. In cooler news, Kodansha is coming to Global Comics. Now, this is going to be exclusively as a buy platform. At least right now, there's no plan for it to be part of the subscription package, but it is going to be, you don't have to go to Amazon exclusively to get digital Kodansha. Um, Starting with like 2 or 3,000 titles by the end of the month and upping it to like 10,000 next month, something like that. I mean, they're coming hard and fast
Wow.
with their massive back catalog. And like, frankly, I just want to see more and more stuff translated.
Oh yeah. And I mean,
Mhm.
it's funny because at my day job, I was having lunch with some of the guys, and we usually talk about anime, and of course, I always try to bring up manga as much as possible. But one of them was like, I don't know, anime is not for me, and I'm like, dude, how can you look at an entire country's cultural output and say, I don't know about that? You know?
Well,
It,
I'll go a step further. That's like saying comics aren't for me.
exactly. I know it's
That's
ridiculous.
like that's like saying moving pictures aren't for me.
It really
That's
is.
like saying words aren't for me.
Words
Um,
aren't for everybody, Ted.
They
Sorry,
don't deserve them. They
that's a
don't
joke.
deserve them.
That's a joke. No, words are for everybody.
um, so yeah, no, like I think it's always dangerous when you're sitting there going, this entire genre is not, or not genre. This entire genre is not for me, is completely
Hmm.
acceptable. This
Yeah,
entire medium is not for
right.
me. Eh.
Yeah. Are are you sure? Maybe you
Um,
should reconsider things.
right. Maybe you just haven't had the right one put in front of you yet.
That too.
That's like way more likely. I could totally see that you haven't seen the anime
Hmm.
or manga that you like yet. I
Yeah.
have trouble believing that there isn't one. And particularly when
Hmm.
you're talking about stuff that's needs to be translated, it is possible that like the one that's for you hasn't been translated.
Exactly.
You're uh, unique enough that there hasn't been a market to translate it yet.
Oh, yeah. And that's one thing
Um,
that's great is that the variety of things that are getting translated has been increasing over time,
mhm,
to where it's
mhm.
uh, uh, the people who are cultivating those titles have realized that our taste, Americans' taste in manga is growing and expanding, thankfully.
Right, right, right. So yeah, that's exciting. What kind of week has it been? I threw in here, I can see fascists from my house. To be said in
Oh,
your perfect
Look
Sarah
at
Palin
that.
voice.
Palin,
ooh,
where's she been lately?
Who knows? But Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin were in Alaska yesterday and came to no resolution and ended their meeting early. And Donald looked upset, and Putin was smiling, and supposedly Donald's going to be meeting with Zelensky next, and there's some word that he no longer supports a ceasefire, and God, who knows?
wait, who's meeting with Zelensky next?
Trump.
Okay, I thought for half a second you said Putin, and I was like, I don't think.
I
Wait,
don't think
No,
so.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
no, no, no,
that's not
no, no,
usually
no, no,
that's not
no,
usually how war works.
Who doesn't
no,
support a
no.
ceasefire anymore?
Trump,
Trump.
supposedly.
Trump. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
he probably got his marching orders in
Yeah,
that meeting. So
right.
what have you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Putin was probably like, shut your mouth. This is the way we're doing it.
Yeah.
He probably just walked in and smacked him across the face and said,
We and hope.
"Donald, you have convinced the American public that it's Crooked Hillary, fake news, Russia hoax. But I
Yeah.
have the P tape.
He probably slapped him with the P tape.
He probably had it like playing on the TV in his room and he slapped him.
Oh gosh. There's not enough of this that would be too much, but it's still a little too much.
One day there will be great comedy made out of all of this. We will need to be far enough away from it that it's not a horror story.
I think the producers is evidence of that on some level.
Yeah.
Funny.
So let's talk some
New comics.
new to order. I am always excited for new Barbaric. Michael Morisi and Nathan Gooden have their. It looks like Guy Balbi has the interior arts on this one. Barbaric, the Black Knight, an over-length one-shot featuring Flail, the talking, Flail. Deadheart, Sarah, and Ka return after their misadventure in the Queen of Swords to defeat the evil witch Dachshund once and for all. Too bad a familiar face on a spiked ball at the end of a vicious weapon wielded by an ancient knight has other plans. Someone isn't making it out of this one-shot in one piece, so you should probably read it if you want to keep calling yourself a Barbaric fan. And I am totally a Barbaric fan, so I am all over this. From Vault Comics on October 29th. Before you start reading this one, Tyler, have you read the original series?
No, I didn't know them.
So this is a continuation.
They did like 20 some issues at Image.
Okay.
So
the beauty. This is the beauty from Jeremy Hahn and Jason Hurley, as well as Emanuela Lupacino from Ignition. This is soon to be a television series produced. Series produced and showrunner by Ryan Murphy and premiering on FX this fall. The smash hit The Beauty returns to comic shops with a brand new volume. Set in a world not unlike our own, The Beauty chronicles what happens when a new sexually transmitted disease begins to spread. Only this is a disease that people actually want. Oh, that's gross. As though who contract it are literally changed into more beautiful versions of themselves. The only hitch is a slight fever and eventually death. But isn't that an easy price to pay to be gorgeous? This is going to be in shops, you guys, October 29th. It looks great from Ignition.
All right. Oh,
Godzilla versus Kansas City. Calling it Kansas City wasn't enough to throw Godzilla off the trail. The king of monsters knows it's really in Missouri, and it's on its way. You may have thought your city was too small to attract a kaiju. Well, you should have stuffed it so full of incredible comics creators. At this point, there's nothing left to do but enjoy it. So join a star-studded group of Kansas City-based comics creators as Godzilla smashes its smallest city yet, including stories from Freddie E. Williams II, Baldemar Rivas, Jake Smith, and more. This will be in stores on October 29th. And it says and more. And I wonder if this is going to be one of the cases where some of the bigger names are among the and more, just because that's just not enough people for the number of stories they normally put in one of these. And B, you've got Jason Aaron, Dennis Hopeless, I think Matt Kent, maybe Phil Hester, all in Kansas City area. So we'll see. I've liked all of these, so I'm just like, it doesn't really even matter to me who is involved. I am on board and excited for it. From IDW, October 29th.
Hey, we got Hellboy and the BPRD. I feel like we are ignoring Phil. Hellboy and the BPRD, the Ghost Ships of Labrador, #1. Mike Mignola. And this is also with Rob Williams and illustrations by Lawrence Campbell from Dark Horse. Will you scroll down a little bit for me, Tad? Just a little. Just a look. Tad, scroll down a little bit. There we go. A town overrun by ghosts would be enough of a problem, but Hellboy has an even bigger problem on his hands when a fellow BPRD agent disappears amongst the paranormal chaos. This is going to be in shops, you guys, on November 12th from Dark Horse.
And Phil's going to talk about a couple of books from Stephanie Williams, who I met and had a wonderful conversation with last night. Looking
Yeah.
forward to talking to her more about these books.
All right. First of the pair is Roots of Madness, #1, script by Stephanie Williams, illustrated by Letizia
Catanichi? Catanichi?
Catanichi? Letizia Catanichi. At the turn of the 20th century, a young black woman named Etta picks up the tradition of her late mother for creating special medicines using natural ingredients and secrets handed down from generation to generation. Her mother has passed on a book of recipes and formulas, but it's also full of strange symbols and dark musings that she doesn't quite understand. Within her community, one of the problems she hopes to fix is counteracting the poisonous and abrasive solutions black women and girls are sold for straightening their hair. So when the Meridian Fellowship reaches out and offers her a spot at the Institute in Savannah, Georgia, to use their facilities to do her research, Etta jumps at the chance. She packs up her mother's book and heads to the sprawling establishment. But what she finds is a place surrounded by natural wonders that may point the way to understanding the more mysterious parts of her mother's work if dark forces don't claim her first. Inspired by the life of Madame C.J. Walker, an alternate history combines tradition with cosmic horror for something truly modern and unique. And that is going to be from, I think I saw
Ignition Press?
Yes, Ignition Press. In stores October
1st.
1st.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And next up, we have Temporal from, I want to say, Man Cave. Is that it? Yes, and that is written by Stephanie Williams, art by Asaya Fulmore. Once upon a time, Savannah and Marcus were the most skilled temporal thieves in the business, slipping through history to acquire rare artifacts. That was before they settled down, had a son, and built a quiet life together. 10 years later, as their son Harper celebrates his birthday, Savannah questions whether suburban bliss is enough. When Harper's disappointment over a replica gaming console triggers memories of her former life, Savannah makes a decision that could jeopardize everything she and Marcus have built. Against her husband's knowledge and her best friend's warnings, Savannah steps back into the portal for one last job. A simple mission to retrieve an original gaming console from the past. But nothing stays simple for long in a business where time is money. From acclaimed writer Stephanie Williams and rising comic artist Asaya Fulmore comes a thrilling new limited series about family, identity, and the dangerous allure of who we used to be. That is going to be in stores October 8th, again from Bad Cave.
All Negro Comics. This was kickstarted as a hardcover, and I think had a small batch release as a hardcover a while ago, but is now getting a trade paperback release. We're just going to say it's got a fantastic who's who of contributors. All Negro Comics, America's first Black comic book. First comic ever created by African Americans for African Americans in the golden age of comic books. Orrin C. Evans led a team of Black cartoonists to create the first comic book anthology of original Black characters with the express purpose of entertaining while rejecting harmful stereotypes and pushing boundaries in the industry. Published around the time of household names like Superman, Batman, and Captain America, even predating Black Panther. All Negro Comics #1 should be among those revered moments in comic book history, but the original print run was quickly removed from newsstands and faded into obscurity until now. This trade paperback reissues the Eisner Award-winning out-of-print hardcover All Negro Comics 75th Anniversary Edition, which includes the unabridged digitally remastered for clarity and consistent colors, crisp text, and no damage version of and new comics and prose stories featuring the all-Negro comics characters by notable Black creators of today, along with essays providing historical and cultural context to deepen your reading experience. Darren, Darren Bennett of And World Design sent me a copy of this a while ago because he penned a Jackie Robinson story in it that he thought I'd like, and it is really fantastic, both as artifact and as story piece. So I highly recommend. Did I say when it's in stores? I did not. October 22nd.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
All right. So we've got Bone Broth up next
Ooh.
from Alex Taylor. Ash, a transmasculine queer youth, starts his first job as a sous chef making bone broth for a ramen noodle restaurant. Just as he is learning the ropes, Ash finds himself tying himself in knots to cover up an untimely death. In this coming-of-age queer thriller, the young transmasculine Ash begins his transition into adult life by. Yep.
I am just laughing at the writing.
Oh,
Finds
okay.
himself
I'm like,
tying himself.
yeah. Prepare. Thought I messed something up there. Ash
No,
begins
you
his
did
transition
fine.
into adult life by landing his first job at a ramen noodle shop in London, prepping bone broth. But as the financial landscape shifts under Ash's feet, and after months of bonding with a series of challenging coworkers, everything suddenly stops dead. All right, guys, this is going to be in shops from Abrams on October 15th.
That looks really good. That sounds great.
Yeah,
I'm excited for
I
this.
feel like this is actually two different pitches. I feel like
That was one. Yeah,
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I
not
agree.
I no this one. I feel like this was one
Uh-huh.
and and this is the
That's
other
Oh,
one.
yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Well, that's solicitation
So
copies.
I think they wrote two solicitation copies, one shorter one and one longer one, and somehow at Lunar both of them got put together. And you notice that there's not even a space between death and in, which
Wow.
makes me feel like even more like there's just like copy and pasting of two different things. Because I'm like, wait a
Well,
minute, how many times do we have to to
To say transmasculine?
to
yeah,
call
You
Ash?
transmasculine.
know,
Yeah.
I'll say it as many times as we need to, especially after if
I mean,
anyone listened to
sure,
the Huck
but
incident.
how many times do we have to say that he's getting his first job as a sous chef at a ramen shop? I mean, we got
Yeah,
that twice
that's a
too.
little more
Yep.
clunky.
Yep.
And
Well,
that's what I'm like.
it's not gonna stop me from being excited to read this one. That's for
No,
sure.
It
no,
does
the
look
book
cool.
looks
Yeah.
amazing,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
but I feel like somebody at Abrams or somebody at Lunar dropped the ball when they put together the solicit text because I feel like we have two solicits here.
I
And
agree.
yeah.
Yep.
The solicit's so nice they launched it
Said it
twice.
twice. Yeah. And it was the weird part is, Ted, like you said, they weren't the same thing. It's not like they hit
Mhm.
No.
copy, Control V twice.
Right. No,
I mean, it
for
was two
half a second
separate
I thought you
things.
were
Yeah.
yeah, for half a second just because of the similarities, I thought you were reading the same thing. And then I looked
Just
at it
starting
closer. I'm
over.
like, no, it's different. It's just saying the same thing.
Funny.
Alrighty, next up we have A Drifting Life from Yoshihiro Tatsumi, the award-winning memoir translated by Taro Nettleton with a new design by Adrian Tomine in this memoir that won two Eisner Awards, the Tezuka Osamu Cultural Prize, a prize at the Festival della Bidi Angoulême, legendary mangaka
Angoulême.
Angoulême, thank you.
Angoulême. Yeah, it's on my
Mangaka
bucket list.
Oh yeah, I would love to go too. Yoshihiro Tatsumi uses his lifelong obsession with comics as a framework to tell his life story decisively and unflinchingly. He deftly weaves a complex story that encompasses Japanese culture and history, family dynamics, first love, the intricacies of the manga industry, and most importantly, what it means to be an artist. Alternately humorous, enlightening, and haunting, A Drifting Life is the masterful summation of a fascinating life and a historic career. Over 60 years ago, Yoshihiro Tatsumi expanded the horizons of comic storytelling by using the visual language of manga to tell gritty, dark, literary stories about the private lives of everyday people, a genre he coined Genkia. A Drifting Life is Tatsumi's most ambitious, personal, and heartfelt work and considered to be one of the defining autobiographical works of the comics medium. It's going to be in stores November 19th from who is the publisher?
Drawn and Quarterly.
Drawn and Quarterly, of course. Looks amazing. Can't wait to read it. So cool.
This one's another one that I've actually read. I got
Ooh.
a advance reader. The night does not belong to us. She harbors her own mysteries. This is Nocturnos from Laura Perez at Fantagraphics. Nocturnos delves into the ethereal world of the night when the mundane vibes of the day cede to a mysterious atmosphere in which anything seems possible. In the twilight hours, the darkness feels vast and untamable. The dead can intrude upon the land of the living, and the distance between imagination and reality seems closer than ever. Haunting narration connects a series of vignettes that capture glimpses of people's lives as they navigate the nighttime, a traumatic collision while driving down a dimly lit road. A bedtime story that blurs the bounds of the nighttime tour of the imaginary, a walk through the woods that leads to strange symbols. This nighttime tour encompasses lush forest, dreamscapes, and the shadowy corners of private rooms. Along the way, these stories question the truths veiled in dreams, the nature of fear and loneliness, and the unknowable aura of the nocturnal world. In Nocturnos, her most masterful work to date, Spanish comics artist Laura Perez explores the magic and melancholy we encounter when dusk descends. Laura Perez is kind of blasted onto the scene over the last couple of years, and I really like her work.
I mean,
No option.
this looks and sounds
From
incredible. Yeah.
Fantagraphics on October 22nd.
All right. Who's up next?
This
You
is
are
Phil.
Phil.
Me. Okay. The screen is not
Phil.
changing for me.
Yeah, me either.
Okay.
There we
Here we
go.
go. Here we go. All right. We are rolling right along. This is going to be Space Between the Trees from Norm Conyu. From acclaimed artist and writer Norm Conyu, Aurora Award winner for A Call to Cthulhu, comes a visually, and it looks like we have popped another tab. Okay, here we go. Back on track. A journey through mystery and time via a labyrinth of eerie forests with mind-bending twists and supernatural threats. Norm Conyu delivers a supernatural and psychological thriller graphic novel set in an eerie and extraordinary forest where Mira and Mark, an ordinary couple, find themselves lost during their journey to find a new home. Norm Conyu, the award-winning creator of A Call to Cthulhu, The Junction, and Downlands, brings his signature style and talent to this uncanny and unforgettable tale. His mastery of animation and graphic storytelling infuses the pages with haunting visuals and a palpable sense of dread. It's going to be in stores October 8th. From I am bad at identifying
Titan.
publishers today. Titan. There we go.
All right. So we have a little book called Witchcraft from Sol Otero.
I haven't read this
Buenos
yet, but I
Aires.
just got sent an arc of this too.
Yeah,
This looks
it looks great. I love the artwork. Buenos Aires, Argentina, 1768. It is a dark and foreboding night when the boat arrives from Europe, bringing three shadowy figures to shore. The Marla sisters have come to take the new world by storm. At once Righteous and menacing, the sisters will exert their insidious powers over generations, leaving a wreckage of shattered spirits in their wake. Told through the eyes of the people whose lives the sisters have cast asunder, witchcraft is a mesmerizing mystery to piece together strange magic, dark humor, and a fiery undercurrent of female rage cohere into a heady tale of colonialism, indigenous folklore, and modern agoraphobia. A kaleidoscope work of literary fiction crafted with vision and verve that assures Solotero as one of South America's most dynamic cartoonists. This will be in shop from Fantagraphics on October 8th. I think the art looks great, or the
All
cover
right,
at least
Phil.
looks amazing.
Oh yeah,
Some
that looks really
collections.
astounding. Woohoo! This is Full Tilt, the complete Full Tilt Boogie from Alex DeCampi and Eduardo Ocana. Intergalactic mayhem out of the deep reaches of the cosmos. Teenager T, together with her grandmother and cat, called Cat! Exclamation point, is a wannabe bounty hunter operating from her patched together spaceship, the Full Tilt Boogie. After rescuing the Luxine Prince Ifan from his debtor's prison, T finds herself on the run from various new enemies, including sacred knights and a deadly Anubite warrior, as war and unrest spread across the universe. This thrilling love letter to space anime sagas includes the complete run of the strip, which originally appeared in the pages of 2000 AD. In stores October 22nd from, is that going to be Titan as well?
Rebellion.
Rebellion. Oh,
Rebellion.
I'm so sorry. Rebellion. From Rebellion.
And with the Lunar, you got to guess from the product code. It's always
I
in the
I
middle. But
I am just now learning that where
Titans TN,
mm-hmm.
Rebellion's RB.
Fantagraphics books FB.
Right. Right. D and Q drawn in, or DQ drawn in
Mm-hmm.
quarterly.
Well,
I didn't know that.
DC
I didn't know that either. That's cool.
there we go.
is DC.
And here I was relying on publisher logos on the covers, but that's not always there.
That's no
Yeah,
good.
but they're not always there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've talked about this one a few times on the show. We've talked to Adam Rose. We've talked to Magenta King. I love this book so much. Huge detective. Chinatown meets the BFG. When a string of murders and disappearances sweep the United States, a human and a giant with sizable detective skills are on the case. After a race of giants emerged from the deep sleep beneath the earth, a bloody conflict ensued in what became known as the Omega Event. Eventually, a treaty is resolved and state of Brobdingnag is created, allowing humans and giants to coexist harmoniously. Yet tragedy threatens to shatter the peace, and an unlikely partnership is formed between detectives Tamaki and Giant. As the pair attempt to stop the criminal at large, they find themselves involved in a mystery bigger than either could imagine. In stores on October 22nd from Titan Books. And it was so good.
I feel like we've been the books we've been talking about today have I feel like I want to read every single one of them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we have been accused of having decent taste.
So I have a strange fascination with this book of Lenore from Roman Dirge. This is the Lenore slipcase set from the twisted mind of Roman Dirge, collecting hard to
No, the
find
Twisted
early
Mond.
Mond. I think that's a
I think you
typo.
got it right. I think they typoed, but it does
Yeah.
say the Twisted Mond.
I know. The one, the only, Lenore, the cute little dead girl, is back from the grave with this hardback slipcase collection of her first three books. Get ready for a triple dose of maniacal, fiendish fun, gruesome games, and gloriously macabre and horrible hijinks as Lenore battles diabolical armies of Nazi zombies, hungry earthworms, gnomes, tooth harries, and the thing from the poopy chair. This is going to be in shops from Titan on October 22nd.
All righty. Final order cutoff this week. We have Absolute Martian Manhunter, Volume 1, Martian Villain, Vision from Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez and DC out November 18th. Amazing Spider-Man Torn, #1 from J. Michael Straczynski and Pere Perez at Marvel on October 8th. Flow #1 from Paula Sevenbergen and Claudia Balboni at Mad Cave on September 17th. Good as Dead #1 from David and Maria Lapham at Image on September 17th. Kill All Immortals 2 #1 from Zach Kaplan and Fico Asio at Dark Horse on October 1st. Marion Heretic #1 from Teeny Howard and Joe Jaro on Boom, October 8th. Another person I met yesterday, Megan Fitzmartin, has Mary Sue #1 coming out with art from Lisa Sturl and Boom, or from Boom on October 1st. No Man's Land #1 from Simon Kurdansky at Image on September 17th. And Phil talked about it already. The Roots of Madness #1 from Stephanie Williams and Letitia Cadenici at Ignition Press on October 1st. Still crowdfunding. We've got Thunderhead #1 from Wes Craig and Kevin Castanero at Lethal Comics through August 22nd. Where Monsters Lie, Dead End, the final volume from Kyle Starks and Peter Kowalski on Kickstarter through August 31st. My Neighbor Necromancer #3 from Dylan Gilbertson, Jason Piperberg on Kickstarter through September 3rd. And Unsounded books #1 and 2 from Ashley Cope and Iron Circus Comics on Kickstarter through September 4th. Tyler, what'd you love this week?
Well, Ryan North has got a new Fantastic Four series, and it's really cool because now that One World Under Doom is underway, the Fantastic Four have been sent back to 4 different times in the past, and they've got to somehow make it back. But anyway, it's really great. Loving what Ryan North is doing. Berto Ramos' art is great. Batman Dark Patterns #9 from Dan Waters and Hayden Sherman is always awesome. That's DC. And
I
then
heard that was a good one.
yeah, it's been really good. And then I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer wraps up with #5 from Doug Wagner and Daniel Hilliard. Tad, how about you?
So I finished reading. I don't even remember if I finished reading or if I texted it while I was reading. I sent Doug a message that said, what do you call it when you're so horrified that you think you might vomit and you're laughing so hard that you think you might vomit? Because that's how I felt when Sophie started singing What's a Wonderful World.
Ooh.
You know what I'm
Okay.
talking about, Tyler?
Yeah. Here's my question. It's creepy. I mean, it just gives you the ick. What a wonderful world.
I'm saying
Okay.
it's a ride on the vomit comet.
Okay. Well, last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember what we had Orla, right?
Right.
And then that was pretty gross. And then now we have Fashion School Serial Killer. Who's doing it better, Tad? Who's doing the comedy horror better?
John, forgive me, but like,
Well, he's only had one issue out. He has time to up his game, you know.
well, but it's not just the
He's done a lot
series.
of series of,
I mean, and I'm actually trying to compare it more to Sync because
okay.
because I think one of the keys here,
Yeah.
and no, this is actually a great analogy, and we've actually even talked to John and Alex about it. It's like
Yeah.
they keep going. John keeps going, okay, Alex did this and it was amazing. What can I make him draw next?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I feel like that's like where Doug and Daniel are now. Like if you thought their original plastic was batshit crazy, you are like light years away from how crazy they have become.
It's gonna get yeah.
I mean, it's like every series they do just like elevates that. It's like, well, what if we had her do this and you cut the head at this angle?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of fun to see this campy slasher stuff and um I don't know, and to see how much fun they have with it, to see how weird and gross and you know
Yeah,
bizarre
yeah,
they can
yeah,
make it.
yeah, yeah.
It's fun.
It's
All
just
right.
visually stunning, while at the same time, like, that's not a part of a person you're ever supposed to see.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Kat, did
Um,
you say no, you didn't say what yours
So
was.
yeah, no, my three golden my three were all series enders. Golden Rage, Mother's Knows Best, number 5 from Chrissy Williams and Lauren Knight. I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer, number 5 from Doug Wagner and Daniel Hilliard, and Pastime number 5 from Joe Harris and Russell Olson. All three teams like absolutely nailed their landings.
Yeah.
Really, really good week for series wrap ups, and that means for those of you who are trade waiters, we're about a month and a half away from some really good trade paperbacks dropping. So, like, keep your eyes out.
Yeah. I'm reading Golden
And
Rage in trade.
we're taking a walk with Phil today because he just wouldn't stick to his one free pick, and
Oh,
even like even went with one that's not free.
I mean, that's how good the power fantasy has been, Ted. It's been so good that I pay for it. It's great. It's the when when my comics budget dwindled, it was the last book standing. And it
Right.
earns that title with this week's issue. It's the end of the second arc of this book. If you're trade waiting, stay off the internet, avoid as many spoilers as you can. I hope the second trade causes more people to shift to single issues because this is a roller coaster series. Like every issue redefines it. It's wild. Second is a friend of mine, Claire Napier, recently finished up Wolf Story, which is a web comic that she's selling all together on itch.io. She posted it a page at a time on Blue Sky, so I read it.
Those in the know call it Ichio.
Itch.io, there we go. See, I'm not in the know. I'm not hip enough. I'm not cool enough for that one. But
Yeah,
yes.
I learned that from Ryan K. Lindsay
Okay, there we go. That's
because
nice.
he goes there to get his single player RPGs.
Oh, right, right. But yeah,
Yeah.
Wolf Story is a weird, dark romance, hilarious, thought-provoking, a real roller coaster of a ride. I highly encourage anyone who that sounds mildly interesting to look into it. Tad, I think you'd have a great time talking to her because I don't know if you know she is.
Nope, you're
Okay,
just because I do most of the booking doesn't mean
there
that
we
you
go.
guys aren't allowed to hook me up with people.
All right. I guess I'll be forwarding you emails soon, hopefully. And then
Right.
next is another webcomic called Flying Saucer Video from Cam, whose handle is littlegoodfrog.online. And it's available at flyingsaucervideo.com. It is a story in the late 2010s about a video store that is soon to shut down. Slice of life, disaster by lead who has a crush on all her coworkers. It's a lot of fun. It's really well drawn. It's exciting. And then lastly is Sunflowers by Keezy Young from Silver Sprocket, which is available for
I
free
love sunflowers.
online at
I love
silversprocket.net.
sunflowers.
So there we go.
I have a paid physical copy of sunflowers.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. We talked the hell out of that book when it was solicited, and
Yep.
we really need to reach out to Casey Young one of these days.
Oh, she has a book
Um,
coming up in Hello Sunshine that looks amazing. That's coming
yeah,
out in I want to say like
yeah.
October, November.
I saw
So
that. I
there you
saw
go.
that. There you go. So Tyler,
Hmm.
I'm
I
ahead.
didn't go anywhere this week with One Piece. I'm not gonna lie. I just didn't read it.
I'm ahead. I'm ahead.
I know.
Woo! One Piece is one of the easier things to read at school.
Yep, I
Um,
bet.
So like first week back at school, and I managed to do some One Piece catching up. So I'm ahead. We still haven't quite saved Ace, so we're kind of in
Oh,
the same place with crazy action and hilarity ensuing.
yeah.
Um,
But I love that you caught up because for the longest time, you would just inch a little along and I'd go a few chapters and you'd inch and then a few chapters. And I'm
right,
like, this week I'm like, I just don't want to. And then
Oh
I'm
no,
like,
right.
no, it's not a
Well,
matter
you
of
had stuff going on this
that's
week,
fair.
yeah.
That
yeah, yeah. This situation I was telling you guys about started on Tuesday. So
Yeah,
wow,
I'm just tired.
that's fair.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a One
Any
Piece marathon, not a race.
yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean, it is a race. It's just a marathon race.
That's fair.
This is actually one of those ultra marathons.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Really.
yeah.
I mean, this is
Do you know where the name for a marathon came from?
Marathon,
the
Florida.
No,
no
the Battle of
marathon.
Marathon.
Greece, yeah,
Yeah,
Greece.
yeah.
I'm just kidding. What?
So
What is
yeah,
it?
Oh, it
What?
the
was a
Battle of
battle,
Marathon and the messenger having to run
23
24 point.
miles,
Right,
24. Yeah, and then
yeah,
Okay.
drop dead when he got there.
right. That
Yeah.
that's actually why it's the specific, like it's not just a 25-mile race. It's
Hmm.
the 24.2 or whatever, because it's the length of the marathon run, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah.
So let's talk some Lazarus. And first, I want to throw down a challenge for Phil, and it like
Hmm.
if he accepts it, I'll even go because the source book's still out there. I'll
Hmm.
even go buy the source book. I think that the world of Lazarus needs to be a side of die.
Ooh. With the I'll let you know when I read the source books. All right. I mean, it's
And I mean, there's a full
you
source
know.
book, and I mean, I don't know if you've been reading the back matter in these comics,
Oh
but
yeah. Oh yeah.
but there's both a full source book and it's part of another system. So like
You
we'd have
know.
to get that source book and we'd have to get that system because what I'd want to do is like we
Hmm.
hit that level and all the rules change. We have to go into the
Mm.
other system while we were.
I think I vaguely remember you suggesting this before, and I remember thinking, I don't know about that, but now it sounds a lot more interesting, a lot more doable, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
that's my challenge.
All right.
Should you
All right.
choose to accept it?
Oh.
Uh,
Well,
you
you
know.
did last episode, you did acquire Forever Carlyle's sword, so that does
Oh,
imply
did
you
I?
know, yeah, yeah, that was your item.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm glad I can surprise you with your own choices.
What? That was me?
I
Moi?
Oh, this miniseries
My
is
Guys,
memory's not so
I'm
hot
gonna grab something to
sometimes.
drink. I'll be right back.
alrighty.
You guys keep
You got
talking. I've got to
Not
you
go
got a
grab.
lot
allowed.
you got a lot going on, Ted. I was gonna say
We'll
this
talk amongst ourselves.
this miniseries is absolutely incredible. It was one of those that I remember when they first announced it, I was initially worried. I was like, oh, the book without Michael Lark. I mean, I know he needs to recharge, but is it going to be the same? And
I mean,
it's
this is like Bitch Planet triple feature. This is like
a
any
little
number
bit,
of
yeah.
things. I think more series should do things like this where they do like kind of asides that are not just to let people recharge, but like we're gonna spend some time fleshing out the universe.
Yes, that is
Um,
easily the highlight of the series to me is getting to shine the spotlight on some of the side characters that we've seen pop around. It's great. It's
well, and some of them I don't even know if we'd really seen as much as we knew about, you know.
yeah.
Um, it's a way to advance plot
Hmm.
if you want, but just give universe depth. Um, I mean, there are 1,000 different ways that you can do this sort of thing. It doesn't, I mean, Greg and company clearly decided that we're going to make this incredibly vital to what we're doing.
Hmm.
It's still very much part of what you need, but like web comics used to have guest weeks.
Oh yeah.
Like everybody would have a guest week every year, and like, they'd be completely out of continuity, and like, or if not out of continuity, like doesn't really matter to continuity because it'd be so far off to the side or whatever.
Right.
Um, I mean, they could have it would be equally cool to have like a love story from Waste in the what's the Israeli Palestinian family?
Oh, the
Myers
Kasim,
Myers
I think.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a
Hold on, let me
love
check
story
the.
among the waste in there, or like uh
It's
uh
Myers Kasimi.
yeah, or a pickpocket kid in whatever family has Tokyo, or
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? I
We do
mean,
get we get little bits of that in the prose short stories in the backs of Lazarus Risen
right.
which is coming up.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just it's a testament to me how much the world of this book is, you know, it's the star in my opinion. I mean,
Right.
Forever, okay, I
I
mean,
mean,
Forever's a star too, for sure.
some of my favorite Star Wars material. God, I almost called it content. That would just
Woo!
no, no,
I
no.
die a little bit every time I say it.
I know, I know.
Oh, hey, okay,
Uh,
okay. What is the problem with content?
It's too vague.
Okay,
It's also it's applied to
it feels
everything.
corporate.
It's absolutely
We
corporate.
we
It's a
got to produce
way,
some more content.
yeah,
got it.
it's taking any
It
meaning or
just
significance out of the work and the art and turning it
yeah, it
into
just
a
like takes the light.
gelatinous slop.
I hadn't heard this yet,
Right.
uh, about this kind
Yeah.
of like negative connotation to the word content.
Oh yeah, it's
I think honestly, it's also one of those things where it's like tons of people felt it, and as soon as anybody started like saying anything about it, everybody's like,
mhm.
"Oh yeah, that's how I feel when influencers are talking about churning out more content,
Right.
when I'm thinking of it as like sweat, blood, and tears of art."
Well,
And
and not only that, but at least when I was in school, content was the actual meaning of a piece. You
right,
know,
Yes.
so
right,
to completely reverse the meaning of the word and say, well, now it's our general term for stuff. It's what we call stuff that we sell to consumers. You know, that's what grosses me out about
right, right. But back to what I was saying, some of my favorite Star Wars material is like in the old expanded universe, now Legends, they had the Tales from Jabba's Palace, they had the Tales from the Mos
Yes.
Eisley Cantina, that sort of thing.
it. Hmm.
And now they've
Oh, I
got
love those books.
now they've got From a Certain Point of View. And like all of these are like stories that take place in Star Wars, and sometimes even take place during things that but involving characters that you don't, and what was going on in their lives. So it's not just, oh, there's that. It's not a story of the Davaronian watching Ponda Baba's arm get cut off. It's a story of the Davaronian that happens to cross over with the moment that he's at the bar and sees Ponda Baba's arm cut off.
Was Globe
Right.
Shido there?
What?
Was Globe Shido there?
Probably.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Counting my Globe Shido appearances.
I don't remember. It's been a while since I read that one. Um, but so like I'm always excited when they do stuff in world, and I thought this worked out really well, and I think they had a fantastic set of artists. We got to see
Oh yeah.
early Bilkis Evely art.
I was this
Um,
before. I think was this before or after she did a couple issues of Wonder Woman Rebirth.
uh,
I don't quite remember.
I
But
think it was
yeah,
before.
I yeah, it was around there. But yeah, she does a really great job. I love the Steve Lieber Daggers issue,
yep,
the first one.
yep.
It is they're I could
I
when
should
reading
say
that one.
recent Eisner winner, Bill
Mm,
Sibley.
there you go. Yeah.
Much deserved.
Yeah, she's great.
Um, Best artist for her work on Helen of Windhorn.
But yeah, so there's a really great scene, the artistic variation. Um, but I was about to say that I could have done like a page by page, line by line, like just everything in that Dagger issue.
Oh
I
my God.
absolutely love. I the one line I'm gonna let myself read is on page 3. It is It feels way too relevant for today. Your world is now one of untold suffering. You will pray for the days when things were merely awful. Like, God damn it. If that doesn't feel
Damn.
that doesn't feel like 2025.
Yeah.
Oh, and just I guess another feature of this miniseries is that the focus is allowed to be on other families as well, which is something that is you know, with the main series typically following forever, being the main character of the series, a lot of times we only ever see the other families when they come into conflict, as opposed to them on their own in their natural state. So being able to get glimpses into like the Murray family, the life of the Zmay, um, the Lazari of Martins and Myers Kasimi, or not Martins, it was Nikosi. That's it. Yeah. Um,
When we started this series a few months ago, I thought that's what we were going to be doing. Was I
mm,
didn't know anything about the series. I thought we're going to learn a little bit about the Carlisles, then the Hawks, then I thought we were going to be jumping around, and
mm,
Forever was going to be a constant um piece that moved. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought we would
yeah.
get more from the other. I didn't know it was going to be strictly Carlisle.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Not
that's
strictly. I
right,
I
right.
meant like
But mostly,
majority. Yeah.
yeah. It's it's a really interesting one because it it's one of those things that you know I don't know because it's tough. I'm even hemming and hawing right now because on one hand, like, yeah, I always love seeing more of the other families, but at the same time, there is a central narrative going on, and being able to show every facet of the world would eventually lose focus on that narrative,
Hmm.
you know.
Yep, I know. It would be too
Yeah,
big.
yeah, too big. I mean, and that's one place where adaptive material can help fill in those gaps. But because that's the thing is I don't remember if it's or I don't remember the last time it's been mentioned, but I'm pretty sure Lazarus was optioned for a series by
Well, I
Amazon.
mean, in these issues, yeah, in
Hmm.
these issues, there was talk of that.
Okay.
Hmm.
But it hasn't materialized, so it's been 8 years since then. 8 years since this miniseries came out. That is a little
That's a little
interesting to think
wild.
about. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
So this is kind of the midpoint of the series so far, in that
Ted, Ted, you're gonna kill me. What was that series
Why?
that we were reading that had the it really focused on the city and
Astro
then
City.
thank you. Yep.
Astro City.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Astro City, right? This is sort of like that's what I was thinking we were gonna
Hmm.
get with this was more of Astro City. Like we were gonna get these vignettes about what's going on in this world,
Hmm.
But which is great because it's totally different book than I was like built it up to in my head.
Hmm. And that's one of the things that that's what makes this miniseries. It's like the book enters its Astro City phase for 6 issues, and then goes right back into Lazarus mode.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. It's so did Cad, were you able to lock down where in Evely's career
It
this
was
came out?
right after Wonder Woman.
Right
She
after?
had,
Okay.
yeah, she started out at least among stuff that's on League of Comic Geeks with
Hmm.
an issue of the Shadow Annual 2013, and then she did a Doc Savage series, and then she did Shaft with David Walker.
Wow.
Um, issue Red Sonja, couple of DC bombshells, three Legends or no Legends of Tomorrow series. It looks like 6 issues of Legends of Tomorrow,
Mm.
a Wonder Woman fill-in,
Hmm.
the Batman story and Batman Annual #1 that she did with Scott Bryan Wilson. And then she did Wonder Woman 16, 18, 20, 24,
Yeah,
25.
the flashback issues, I believe.
Right. DC House of Horror, and then Lazarus.
Okay.
And then she was
Okay.
in the DC Holiday Special too.
All right. There
Oh, I
you
didn't even.
go.
That's why I like the Dreaming so much.
Yeah,
I completely forgot that she was the artist on the
she
Dreaming.
was. It was.
It
I
was
read that one
good.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Back
love Cy Spurrier.
back when it
Um,
was okay to be a fan.
Yeah,
uh,
it's okay.
Because
But yeah, back to Lazarus. So that is the thing is that
we're about halfway through, you were saying?
oh yeah, for the series so far,
Yeah.
or at least I see it as that because I mean,
yeah, it
it's
feels like we're further, but page count wise, we're not. Because
mm,
when we get into Risen, they're all what, 72 pages?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not 72 pages of comics. I think it's only about 40 or 48 pages of comics, but
Right. But
the
then
the pro
lots of back
stories and
material.
oh yeah,
Right.
the expanded back matter is great there. Yeah,
Right.
because I don't think we've said this on air, but we're the 200th episode is coming
Right around the
up,
corner.
and so right around the
We're,
corner.
we're,
So
This is
we're lying,
197.
you know,
197, the countdown
197.
begins.
Yep.
So we're probably
So we're lined up where we will be wrapping up Lazarus Risen with the 200th episode, and then be able to move to with the series.
mhm.
So we'll have to decide whether we want to do one issue with the issue or one episode with the issues that are already out, or if we want to wait for the trade. I kind of root for waiting for the trade,
I can see
just so
that.
we're not spoiling for trade
Yeah,
waiters.
I can
Okay.
see that. And then we'll have the impossible task of deciding what the next great responsibility is.
Yeah,
No.
you know, it's
Well,
not as hard as it seems. I mean,
I'm sure.
I
we
have
could
been
even pivot into
asking.
Queen and Country pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what you think about this, Phil. I have asked Kat a couple times, and the answer is yes, but he's not quite sure how to do it.
Uh-huh.
Is Matt Wagner's Grendel?
Ooh.
Well, Wagner's Grendel is easier than the Hellboy that you've asked about.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. I mean, I would.
Because Hellboy is
I
massive in a thousand different directions. I feel like we
yes.
have to give Hellboy a year. Uh,
Yeah. Hellboy is difficult that way because I mean, it's one of those books that started out as one book and then turned into a whole franchise. So
right.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
there's an
yeah.
element of that with Grendel too. So I
Uh-huh.
almost think that rather than doing a full Grendel read through,
Yeah.
figure out which omnibus you want us to read.
I
Okay.
mean, kind of. So I've read the first and second omnibuy for Grendel.
Mhm.
I still need to read 3 and 4 and then Odyssey afterwards. But like my impression of it was that I mean, while you could jump into a middle book, it really is one big story. It just shifts and
Yeah.
changes as it goes, and
Right.
it's less. It doesn't widen out the way that Hellboy does with all the spin-offs.
Right.
Yep.
So if we wanted to do
Yeah,
4 weeks, one Grendel on
yeah,
release per, I've
whatever
got
works.
those physical copies. I could dig them up from somewhere.
Excellent.
Same with Queen
Whatever
and Country.
works. We
Queen and
got some. Yeah,
Country
I have
was
the
difficult to get
Queen.
physically. There was a volume that was quite pricey for a while. It took me a while to find a good I think it was volume two
Yeah,
maybe. But yeah, it usually is.
I think I
Cool.
got them
Cool. Cool.
all at once at the same half price books for like $10 a piece. And I already had them digitally from Humble Bundle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another great one from Rucka. Um, gosh. Sorry, I was just kind of
So of the X66, because we've talked mostly about like just how cool it is to have the side thing.
Mhm.
Like which of the stories really resonated? I mean, talk about
I mean, it's it's so hard to choose because, when I first read the Steve Lieber one, the dagger issue, I was like, "Oh, this one. This
the
one's
daggers,
this one's my favorite." But then I read the issue of The Free and seeing that they have come
right?
back recently. That one really hit for me. And
Well, and
also,
just the parents and like,
yeah,
oh, we're serfs and we have this wonderful life, but like
yeah,
we kind of
yeah. Well, also for me, Justin Greenwood is an artist that I wasn't necessarily a fan of, but I feel like this time reading this issue of his, I feel like I like and understand his art better. So that was a little bit of a moment for me too.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so I think I'm actually going to go with that one. And of course uh, gosh, and that's what's so difficult is because it's like, how can you skip over the Zmay issue or the Evely one? There's so many gems here. It's hard to pick just one.
right. Oh no, they were all fantastic. I think the one that I enjoyed the most, just because I'm a journalism nut, is is the fact that like the face of the Post
Hmm.
actually really wants to be a journalist and is digging,
Yeah,
even though it could like kill her.
right.
Yep.
I
Like, and
I want to see.
that part
Yeah,
is more in the background, it's
yeah,
not actually
exactly.
even brought to the foreground. Hey, you're not really a journalist, right?
Yeah,
You're
right.
gonna get yourself killed,
Yeah.
right? That's like just the undercurrent, and that's actually really kind of cool. And it makes me
Hmm.
wonder, like, are they set up in such a way that she thinks that she is a journalist, or does she just want to be and is constantly pushing back? Because like I didn't think I know that they try to keep their waist and their serfs happy and whatnot, but I didn't think that they were like that
Well,
opaque about who was in charge.
no, I think they're definitely more opaque. It's one of those things where they heavily control their messaging, not quite as distorted as it is for Hawk, but they still absolutely
But that's my point,
yeah,
is
yeah.
that they control their messaging. So I'm surprised at the possibility that they're so opaque with their messenger
Uh-huh.
that she doesn't know that her job is to read the news, not research the news.
The way I think of it is it's kind of like someone who's played a doctor on TV for so long, they think they know how to be a doctor, you know?
I mean,
Um,
maybe, but like, it just, I mean, the in terms of TV news, it's already like split in the real world between people who are more news readers than
mhm,
journalists. So it's just it surprises me
mhm.
that like I want to know more about her. I want to know more
Same,
about how she's handled.
same. I can't wait for her to appear in the series again because
Right,
I'm sure
right,
it's going to come up, you know. It's too good not to.
right.
Tyler, do you have a
Cool.
favorite?
Um, is there a binary issue of the?
Binary?
Are we talking about
We're
The
talking about the
yeah,
X66, yeah. If you had a
yeah,
favorite of those.
yeah.
Was
Wasn't
one
there
of
one
them
called
named
Binary?
Binary? That's
Yeah,
possible.
that's what I'm referring to. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
Was that the one where they went, the two sides went hunting for the information and then didn't kill each other? That was kind of cool.
Hmm.
This one.
Oh, the issue
This is
for
my
Murray,
yeah,
the
Yeah,
Murray
yeah,
family.
Moray. Yeah,
Joaquim's history,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That was also very, very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
He is definitely a
Well,
tragic hero in the
and like
series.
and digging more into the like they had it set up so they could literally take over his body. So
Hmm.
like he didn't betray forever. He was overridden, but now they have to
Exactly.
deal with like
Hmm.
we pissed him off by doing this, so we have to we may have to either
Yeah.
eliminate him or take him over permanently, but if we take
Yeah.
him over permanently, we lose some of the things that make him good. Yeah, like
Hmm.
again, the levels of
You want to know something that this just hit me now? That oddly parallels the implementation of AI in weird ways. In that, like, okay, you might have more control over things in this way, but you lose the human element that is the actual
well, you
problem
can't
solving part.
create.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. You
And it's
can't create. You can only regurgitate.
mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
you know,
And even if, there was someone controlling Joaquin, they're not going to pilot his body better than he can, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Cool. Well, I like every week. By this time of morning, I have to go to the bathroom.
well,
how
then
dare you?
let's talk about what we're excited about.
Yeah. This seems
Uh,
to be my like regular time. We
yeah,
get
yeah.
chatting, and then after a while, I'm like, oh crap.
So you gotta
Oh crap,
remember
is that foreshadowing?
It
yeah,
might be. It might be.
you gotta either like
Yeah.
depending on how much shame you have, you
Yeah.
need to buy one of those bags that some people take to like sporting events that you can strap to your leg and piss
Mm,
Yeah.
into,
Yep.
or,
Yep.
with a
or just
catheter?
No,
well,
it's
just
strapped
like a
on like a
condom
condom.
catheter,
Okay.
right?
Oh,
Yeah, it's strapped
Right.
on like a condom.
oh.
Or you need to go all out and get like a commode chair so you can just sit
Yeah.
there and
Yep.
when it's time, just let loose
Yep. The
and
poo
just like
buddy.
go clean it up afterwards. I mean, we can't even see that from here. So I mean, it's not
I
like
mean, I will never forget
this
the
is the
time I
level of dedication I want from you, Tyler.
well see, you gotta put a bunch of posters behind your toilet, so
Yep.
then you can be there and just mute when you need to
Yeah,
grunt.
that works too.
And this is one of those. I will never forget the time in a work meeting when I heard the unmistakable scrape of a squatty potty over the phone, and I'm like, oh, someone's
Yeah.
doing something bad.
That's funny. What the?
Well, there was also the flush on the Zoom audio of a Supreme Court. Um,
That's funny. Oh, maintaining their integrity over at that Supreme Court.
uh,
Wash.
um, yeah,
Cool.
nobody knows who it
So
was, but so yeah.
next
Sorry to
next
derail
week.
us so hard.
Eh,
Right into
Oh,
the
it was me with my I have to use the restroom.
right, right.
Uh okay. Next
I'm
week.
looking
What's coming
forward
up
to a
next
couple of
week?
number ones and like didn't have a hard and fast number three enough that I decided to, on top of my list, not even at the bottom of my list, I threw Tom King and Daniel Samperi's Wonder Woman number 24 up because it's Wonder Woman is almost always the first book that I read on a week that it comes out. I just like overall, I love it so much and have talked about it so much that I'll often put it lower on the list or even drop it from the list. And like for the first time in a while, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm excited about this week, but I don't know that any of it I'm clearly like as excited about as as Wonder Woman, so I feel like I need to like tell everybody that Tom King and Daniel Sampere and or whoever fills in from time to time. There was a fantastic fill-in from Caitlin Yarsky recently. Um, it's just absolutely fucking killing it on Wonder Woman. I like his Wonder Woman more than I liked his Batman.
No,
All right.
I'm just kidding.
And and I
You
loved
know,
his
I didn't.
Batman.
His Batman wasn't my top,
Right,
uh,
right.
but, but
No, I
it's
liked
crazy
his
to hear
Wonder
you say
Woman more
that.
than I liked his Batman. I might like his Wonder Woman more than I liked his Superman. And like his Superman is among my favorite Superman stories ever. Um, so yeah, no, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But after that, couple of number ones, you got Jungle number one, which is Return of the Humans from Keenan Marshall Keller and Tom Neely at Uncivilized. And Escape number one from Rick Remender and Daniel Acuna at Image. This one kind of feels like Black
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 Sat?
Sat at War. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks really great. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
Acuna's art.
So I'm still excited for the week, but slightly lighter week.
It
I love,
really is.
I love how a
Slightly.
light week for you is still like 12, 13 issues.
Yeah.
That's a light
Yeah.
week for Ted.
Y-
For
Yeah.
let's see here. I'm looking forward to the Umbrella Academy Plan B number two. It seems like it's been a few months since number one came out, but this is Gerard Way and Gabriel Ba from Dark Horse. Exquisite Corpses number four from James Tynion, Shay Grayson, Adam Gorman, and Michael Walsh. And I believe that is Image. I don't have it up here.
That's Dark Horse. Oh
Is
wait,
it?
no, that
Okay.
is Exquisite Corpses is Image. My apologies.
Okay. That's Image. And then I'm pretty sure that this will be the final issue of Exceptional X-Men. This is number 12 from Eve Ewing and Carmen Carnero from Marvel because their new X-Men series that they are writing together starts shortly.
All right, there you go. And my giant size trade waiter
Phil, can't
pick, yes.
believe that I missed this. This might have actually
Ah,
gone on my list because I'm definitely looking forward to this, Phil.
oh yeah. This does look incredible. This is Space Opera Xanadex Across the Unknown Dimensions of the Galaxy from Tom Scioli.
It looks cool.
Yeah, I love
I
Tom
like Tom
Scioli.
Scioli stuff.
And
Yeah, we
and
just
and
both were
this
like, yeah, I
just
like his
this
stuff.
looks really cool. And I don't
It
know how I missed that it was I mean, it was on my radar. We talked
uh-huh.
about it when it was
We met,
we
yeah, yeah,
talked
yeah.
about it when it was solicited. I talked about it when it was on final order cutoff. And somehow when I went through what was being released this week, I didn't see it.
I'm glad I caught that gap then because
I mean,
it's
to be fair, I was doing that while I was talking about Jack Kirby on the day that I slammed my head against the sidewalk.
oof.
So
Yeah, that's
I
a lot
may
going
not have
on.
been I may not have been my best by the time I was putting together the list of books coming out.
It's a lot going on a good day for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those times where I'll be honest, I usually stop by seeing what graphic novels are coming out from Image for the week and then there's usually something good there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Image is your first
Whereas
stop.
I go through the entire list at Lunar of what's
Hmm.
coming out for the week, and then the entire list at PRH of what's coming out for the week.
Oh yeah. I
You
gotta start.
know,
I would love to one of the ideas I had to for a consistent highlighter for me is picking the biggest book of the week, like literally the one with the most
the biggest
pages. Yeah,
pages.
yeah.
Yeah,
This is the
yeah.
biggest book of the week. We'll see if I can
That's
get on
Well,
top
I
of that.
mean, I think if you're going to do that, though, it shouldn't be the most pages. You should do
Trim
it,
size?
no, it should be overall volume.
Oh, there you go.
So like bigger pages count for more.
Okay, so artist editions could overtake that.
An artist
Okay.
edition could wind up being
So it'll be total square foot area of comics.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see how
Not
if
square foot, cubic foot,
All right.
cubic foot.
Well, I'm going to
Because
say
square foot, it always goes to the big one.
uh-huh.
all right, guys. Thanks
I mean,
for
I guess you could go
listening.
surface area.
We will catch you guys after the next page. See ya.